Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is Vakar Corby from TST Perspective, and today we are going to discuss a breaking news, which is, I think, already hitting the headlines across the world, and that is a cyber attack by most likely Mossad in Lebanon and in Syria against Hezbollah targets and personnel, in which there has been massive casualties. If you look at the injuries, there are mixed figures. We have from 2 to 3,000 injured, and about 12 people, including women and children, dead. This is definitely a new form of warfare which is coming up. The other is that this has been indiscriminate targeting of civilians within that, and we have loss of women and children, which is very, very unfortunate. So far, internationally, it has, I would say, surprised a lot of powers and a lot of people and analysts that what has actually happened. Now, as the story goes, there were certain pages which were imported by Hezbollah uh, from a firm, so far as the reports in the media suggest, in Taiwan with the name Gold Apollo, which is basically led by Mr. Ho Ching Kwang, who is the chief executive officer. And these were then shipped to Lebanon. And the reason was that Hezbollah Secretary General, Mr. Hassan Nasrallah, had actually asked his group that they should avoid using mobile phones, because mobile phones were being tracked by the Israeli intelligence agencies and they were being hit through drones or some other targeting. So mainly mobiles were leaking a lot of information. Even their chatter on mobile was being picked up by Mossad and other hostile agencies operating against them. So a measure was taken that they should resort to more secure and maybe old kind of version of communication, and pages came in. Pages otherwise are not discarded totally. I was reading a very interesting report that 2,60,000 pages have been, let's say, imported by US and Australia in last 2 to 3 years. So it means it is still in the game. And the reason is that at a time there are places, especially in emergency services, hospitals, firefighting, where you would not like to lose, time on mobile phone in case communications are cut off. So you use the pages. That is one reason. But here we are talking of thousands of pages which were imported by Hezbollah, and they were used as bombs against themselves. One, of course, this is a huge breach on behalf of Hezbollah, because somebody did penetrate their network, and it was, as far as the communication codes were compromised. That's how this was communicated. But I think the main thing which has come up from this episode is that we had seen weaponization of information, especially the software or the information itself. We have seen Arab Spring, we have seen Maidan in Ukraine, then some commotion in Turkey. We have recently seen revolution in Bangladesh, mainly issued through social media. So it means that you can do mass mind control, whosoever, let's say, is influential. It could be hostile power, it could be inside groups, and then achieve your political objectives. So weaponization of software was already in the game, but weaponization of the hardware. I'm not saying weapon systems, but hardware used to information technology and mobile phones, or mobile technology or Internet of Things, is something new, at least as far as mass attacks are concerned. We know that Israelis have been using botnets and stucknets against Iranians to target their nuclear installations. There are also reports that some of their scientists were assassinated through remote system. Recently, we had Ismail Haniya Shahid, who were assassinated within the capital of Iran through a remote device. So it means that technology does exist. Now we come to what could be the repercussions, that how this is now going to affect the way we live, the way we communicate, and the way entire international communication system works. One, of course, it has set a new precedence, and in case pager can be, let's say, weaponized, there are mixed reports. Like if you listen to Scott Ritter, he was on program Redacted, and he said that most probably, if it was nothing to do with an explosive, but there is a capability that you can heat up the lithium batteries and they can cause an explosion, which can do injury, especially if you are having the pager or the mobile phone in your pocket of pant or shirt, or you are using it, so it can be lethal. Whereas Edward Snowden has come up with a different view, that he feels that in case there were explosions, they should have been fires. So still we will say that there are mixed reports. But in case mobile technology can be weaponized, so it means your TV used in the house is unsafe, your mobile phone is unsafe. It could be your laptop and desktop or communication devices, uh, helicams you use for photography or surveys. So these all could be utilized as weapons against you. Already we know that there are miniaturization of drones, like there are drones of the size of a mosquito, which can home onto your mobile phone, sit on your forehead, and maybe fire some small little, uh, or give you a shot of a poison or maybe explosive. So that can also kill. We are already we know that there is a concept of swarm warfare coming up, where you could have thousands and thousands of drones attacking weapon systems and states and nations. But I think the ominous thing which is now going to emerge in this new hybrid warfare is that mobile technology, Internet of Things, could be weaponized. For instance, even if you take this example, as we have seen it on the media, that Gold Apollo now says that they had sublet the production to a Hungarian company with the name of BAC Consultancy. Now this is headed by a lady, Christina Barsoni, who has basically a mixed origin of Hungary and Italy, and she's a PhD. And there are, I think, mixed reports about that. So it means that the entire global supply chain of these gadgets and things related to information technology and hardware will become suspect, because anybody could interrupt in between, intercept it, repackage it, and then use it as a web. So it could actually start affecting, even I would say reputation of large firms. For instance, people are saying that in case the iPhone is now manufactured in US or India, so in case they have bad relations with certain countries, the iPhone could be used as a weapon. The same could be said about the Chinese technology or the Russian technology or the European technology. So it means that now there's going to be suspicion on every gadget that you use. So this is I think the negative outcome at global level, which is going to come in the coming days. How it's going to impact the conflict in Middle East? I feel that 7th October is now coming. We are 3 weeks short of 7th October. So this will be anniversary of the attack by Hamas on Israel. We already had assassination of Ismail Haniya in Iran, and Iran is ready to retaliate. So was this something where Israel preempted a big attack from Hezbollah or Iranian proxy in the Middle East or in Iran itself? We already had a hypersonic missile fired by Houthis, which is a huge signal to Israel that they can hit them in their home with the high technology. So maybe this attack was to preempt anything which was coming, because now it has put entire Hezbollah into a tailspin, and they are looking at their internal system, that how this information was compromised. So we are not seeing, I think, something good about it. Even on the Eastern Front, we have Ukraine hitting some, ammunition targets very close to St. Petersburg. So I would say that both theaters are heating up, and somehow 2024 is not going to end on a very good note. So this, I think, short information was important, that I thought we should share from TFT perspective, and definitely we'll discuss this new form of cyber warfare in our next podcast. Thank you very much.